Okay, now we're getting excited. Toguard. I've got a dash cam from Toguard. Yes, monitor what you concern. I always kind of have to giggle about the English that they... Anyway, it's fine. It's better than my Mandarin. This is a dash cam. You can like them on Twitter or like them on Facebook. Click, click. Here's the features of this particular dash cam. I'm just absolutely in love with dash cams. I think they're really cool. I've got them in all of my cars. I got one on my motorbike. I'm trying to figure out how I can look cool with one on my pedal bike, but it's not there yet. This one has a G sensor, meaning that if the car is turned off and you're away from it and it gets hit, the camera will pick that up and start recording. You can play the videos on this thing. It has loop recording, meaning it'll just keep looping around and around, playing, recording over and over. High definition video, yeah, I don't know what it is. I think it's 1080p. Advanced chipset, well, that we can't prove that. And a wide angle lens. So let's get right into it with this wonderful unboxing, because everybody loves an unboxing. It's just really hard to unbox. Voila! I don't know. I'm kind of over the unboxing myself. Anyway, let's look right at the camera right away. Look at this. Ooh, Toguard, you've done a good job. So that was a cat sneeze. So there it is. A beautiful piece of equipment, I must say. Ooh la la. These are actually kind of snazzy looking, and they actually can improve the look of your vehicle, I think, in my humble opinion. So there's a USB input there. There's also a audio jack or video jack. That's probably for a rear camera, I'm not sure. And then all your buttons down the side. So you have mode, up, OK, and down, and menu. So that's really hard to see in this video though. There. Mode, up, OK, down, and menu. So let's set that aside. Let's see what else is in the box. Let's zoom back a bit. Zoop. Okay, now that we're zoomed back a bit, let's see what else is in the box. So that's just a piece of plastic we don't need. There's a piece of cardboard we don't need, but let's get right in there and find. We have, so there is a reversing camera with this. This is kind of cool. So this is going to go just above your license plate, somewhere in that area, or in your back window if you are so inclined. In your back window, then there's a long cord that runs all the way to the front. And this comes right to the camera and plugs in right there. So that, when you put it in reverse, will show what's on this camera, and that's kind of cool. It is a reversing camera. So if your car isn't so equipped, this will do that. The stipulation of this, however, is you must have some basic wiring skills. So you have to take the red wire, and that's going to go onto the power of your reverse lights, and the ground black is just going to go onto any ground source back there. So there'll be instructions for that. There may be a video on how to do that as well. So that's going to be an excellent feature, but you got to know how to wire that into your taillights. What else do we have here? We have a cigarette lighter adapter, and this is going to be the power source for our camera, and this just simply plugs in like that, and then you plug that into your cigarette lighter and you're off to the races. What's more, we have a suction cup thing for the window, so that just goes on the window probably like that. Once you've taken the plastic off and put it to your window, make sure the window's clean, then you push that up and it sucks that down in and sticks to the window. Then you loosen this off and this will simply screw into here like so, and voila, you are ready to go. It's going to sit kind of like that on your window, and the camera goes out that way. So that's pretty cool, pretty easy setup, I would say. More in the box. What do we have? There's a tool, a little plastic tool for routing all of your wiring around your plastic bits in your car. That's what that is. There's also some kind of sticky tape clips that'll also hold the wire into position. If you have a space where you can't tuck it in somewhere, you can use those little things. There's a dash cam recording sign. That's going to make more sense once you flip it. There, you can see it there, dash cam recording. So you can put that on your window if you like. There's a surprise saying thank you for buying. So you can have a look at that. There's a bunch of stuff in there. And then the manual, the user manual, the all-important user manual. I do like to read these things because you never know what you might pick up as far as morsels of information. It's in English, French, German, Italian, Spanish, and Nihongo, or Japanese. So it goes through the basics to start with. Installation guide, basic use. There's different long press, short press of all the buttons, so you need to know all that and read through it if you're not familiar with this stuff. Most of these are pretty similar in function, so if you set these up before, this one will be very similar to that. It has wide dynamic range, which is good for lighting conditions. Exposure is adjustable, motion detection, audio, lots of different things. G-sensor lock, that's if you're in the event of an accident, it'll actually lock down the current video that's being recorded so it cannot be deleted easily. That's a good function because there's nothing worse than getting in an accident and accidentally deleting the video and then handing the chip to the police officer and he says, well, this is empty, there's nothing on it. So what's the point? Parking monitor, I explained that earlier. If your car is hit while you were away from your vehicle, it will take 30 seconds of video and then shut down automatically. It can be adjusted to low, medium, or high sensitivity. So play with that a little bit. High sensitivity, I found the wind will trigger it, and that's not cool because you don't need video of the wind. Language, frequency is either 50 or 60 hertz, depending on, I believe in North America we're on 60 hertz. That's your lighting frequencies. Or it could be automatic. Screensaver, when you're not driving, so that will turn off in 1, 3, or 5 minutes. That's good. The light can be on or off. That's the front LED light. I generally speaking leave that off because this camera does really well. These cameras generally do really well in low light situations. So then it goes through all of this specification. So the rear camera is 720 by 480. The front camera, there it is, 1080p. So that's HD. That's your kind of lowest level of HD. So that's pretty good. Built-in mic and speaker, and everything else we've kind of talked about there a little bit. So you can have a gander at that, and then common problems and some troubleshooting. And then we switch right into the next language, which is Français. And if you're in Canada, you should parler le français un petit peu. I don't. My apologies. There you go. So let's put this thing in the car. And now here's some raw video straight off the clip. I'll put some music in the background so it's not totally boring. So you can see the absolute quality of this thing right here.